Yeah.
Good
So
morning, everyone.
I will give the introduction, then we
Yeah,
will resume the session, sir.
sure,
Sure.
sure, sir. Sure.
So good morning to all. We are happy to welcome all to the 11th session of this online faculty development program organized by Institute for Energy Studies, Anna University, sponsored by AICTE Training and Learning Academy. On behalf of IES, I would take this opportunity to extend my hearty welcome to the guest speaker of this session, Mr. Sahoo, sir. He is currently working as General Manager in Nevco Engineers Private Limited. He started his career as engineer in the Nevco in the year 1993 and till date working in the same company. He has total 28 years of experience in Nevco Engineers with several responsibility within the company. His area of specialization includes instrument related to energy auditing, energy efficiency monitoring, pollution monitoring systems and its maintenance with real-time data transmission. We are very happy to have you here, sir. Now I request you to deliver a talk on instrument for energy audit. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your introduction. And I'm again sorry for that 10 minutes delay start because the link was not starting. Something happened. When you do in a remote platform, there are some hitch always there, glitches always there. So, welcome to a presentation of energy instrument, audit instruments. My name is Sekhar Sahoo. I'm General Manager for Nevco Engineers. As a Nevco Engineers is started in 1987 with in Delhi head office, and we have 14 offices all over India. And I'm taking care about South, and there are four regions: North, South, East, and West. And we are located in Chennai, having our own office in Purdivakam Main Road, just off near, very close to St. Thomas Mount to Modipakam, Koravali. So you can see the area of operation is Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Goa, and we have branch offices Bangalore and Cochin and Hospet. So we are into instrumentation, as I say, mostly for major application of air quality monitoring, environment pollution monitoring, then process monitoring, then energy audit and conservation, portable and online instruments. Then you have online water quality monitoring instruments. So Nevco has got all these instruments, which over 2 decades we are more than 2 decades to 3 decades we are catering to industry, and we have located Omni all over India, and these are all the mostly applicable instruments. I feel if any doubts anywhere, if anybody will be interacted, then it will be better for things. So I'll start with why required energy audit: to calculate the exact per unit cost, to evaluate the overall efficiency, to optimize the fuel consumption and power consumption of various appliances, reduce the downtime of various electrical thermal components used in any power plant. With a regular penetrative maintenance, proper regular monitoring, it helps to achieve the higher efficiency rate, reduce the carbon footprint, and make energy efficient power plant or any plant, I can say. So unless otherwise we measure, so we in a industry what has to be done in a specifically measuring what we use, whatever we use we have to measure, measuring what we buy, and measuring what we lose. Very few companies today actually doing this practice of measurement. Unless otherwise you measure, you can't know how much actually you consume, how much actually use, or how much you are purchasing from the market. So, and what is the balance and what is actually per unit production. So very few companies actually do this practice of measurement. So if you measure, then we can able to see the data and analyze where we stand, and we can compare ourselves with others. We can benchmark, and then we can subsequently optimize the energy to achieve the goal. This is the achievement of this. So this is a small video. Sir, you can play that video there. It is possible that you can play the video. Your sound is coming. I can play.
Hi. Yes, sir. Or at the end we will play. Which one is better, sir?
You are getting sound?
No, no, sir.
Oh. So what need to be done in?
Actually, while presenting, we have to do that. I think you are guest. You cannot able to do that thing, sir. I think so.
Oh,
You
can you
can
play that?
continue. Yes, I will
But
play.
I have several videos in my presentation. Without sound, it may not be good to look. I'm just guessing if you can play that, or I can play. Not issue. Anyway, time is getting because I was thinking sound will come. Okay, you can have a look. Not issue. How does thermal power plant? It's called Rankine. superheating, reheating. Sorry, there is no audio, so I'm extremely sorry. So actually, I thought it will be because I have several videos made in between. So anyway, I can explain afterward. So energy audit instruments broadly divided into three different things in my point of view. So I have made a thermal energy audit and a mechanical energy audit and electrical energy audit. So I'll just go details into combustion and how to optimize the same. So to save energy from any combustion appliances, specifically for power plant and just now you're saying and the boiler and hot water generator. So anywhere the combustion process where the fuel is burned. So there is a principle of burning means solid, liquid or gas, any fuel whatever you're using, and it requires air. So to contain all the fuels, so main content of all the fuels is carbon and hydrogen. So when it's bond carbon and hydrogen with oxygen, carbon monoxide, water vapor and heat will be produced. So this is a simple equation, C plus O2, CO2 plus heat. Like a theoretical example, no oxygen in the flue gas, but definitely for a complete combustion of carbon and hydrogen, practically right amount of air is not sufficient. So extra amount of air added to complete the combustion is known as excess air. So excess air has to be there to add air, then only the things will be properly burned. To more about combustion, I just still want to give theoretical example. Combustion takes place when the fuel most commonly as a fossil fuel reacts with the oxygen in air to produce heat. The heat created by burning of a fuel used in the operation of the equipment in boiler or hot water generator or any engine. Along with the heat, CO2 and H2O is byproducts in the exothermic reaction. So most of the combustion process, some additional chemicals are formed during the combustion, like CO, NO, NO2, and SO2. And the soot as this will be minimized and accurately measured because these are all polluting the atmosphere also. So we have to have a proper arrest of the soot and ash, so it should not go out. And we have for that gas filter system, means flue gas filtration system. So as per CPCB or EPA has to set specific standards for the regulation for emission. For some of these products, they are very harmful to the environment because this SO2, NO, NOx and CO are very harmful to the environment. So object to the combustion is objective. The objective of the combustion is to retrieve energy from the burning of the fuel in the most efficient way possible. To maximize combustion efficiency, it is necessary to burn all the fuel within the least amount of losses. The more efficiently fuel are burned and energy is gathered, the cheaper the combustion process becomes. So complete combustion uh, occurs when 100% of the energy in the fuel is extracted, but practically it is not. It is important to strive the complete combustion to preserve the fuel and improve the cost efficiency of the combustion process. The most of the there must be enough air in the combustion chamber for complete combustion to occur. In addition to the excess air greatly lowers the formation of the CO by allowing CO to react with O2. So these two different flames of oil and gas fired flames. So extra air, as I say, airflow. There is a different types of airflow. So maintain appropriate airflow during combustion is the fundamental to ensure safe and complete combustion. The total airflow includes combustion air, infiltration air, and dilution air. So this is a air fuel ratio. So the fuel, there are many fuel currently used in the combustion process throughout the world. The most common is coal, mostly on our power plants is coal. But starting with oil, diesel oil, or nowadays different natural gases, propane, coke, oven gases, and these are all woods. Depends. So effect of burning of the fuel, you can say this is the heat losses, combustion efficiency, how to calculate. There is a small, although the efficiency, combustion efficiency cannot be measured directly, it can be calculated by identifying the losses that occurs during combustion. It is important to consider all factors, including sensible heat losses, onboard gases, radiation losses, and onboard particles. So efficiency is equal to 100 minus total heat loss divided by fuel heating value, the calorific value of the fuel into 100. So typical combustion process efficiencies. So this is some home different actually given for different application. For gas powered boilers around 75 to 85%. High efficiency gas and oil condensing furnaces 85 to 95%. A difficult combustion efficiency process. Then out of this combustion there will be emission. Like as I say earlier, there is definitely not only after the combustion there will be an NOx and SO2 will be formed. So how is NOx created? Because NOx, where nitrogen oxide from when fuel is burned in the high temperature as the combustion process, the primary source of NOx are motor vehicles, electrical utilities, and the other industrial and commercial residential boilers, burns fuels. So to arrest the NOx, there are two types of NOx reduction possible, mostly for the power plants. Currently in India, they are actually our CPCB has introduced to have a DSOX and DNOx process. So for DNOx, you have two types of things. One is SCR, selective catalytic reduction. One is SNCR, selective non-reactive, non-catalytic reduction. In SCR things, you need to know in both the way you have to uh, uh, inject ammonia to add in the fuel to reduce to react with the NOx emission and forms H2O and nitrogen. So that in the fast process of SCR, I mean you have to add catalyst of ammonia, and if ammonia is still remains in the flue gas, then it will create no. That's why ammonia slip has to be always measured in the DNOx process. You have another process called SNCR where you have to heat it up to some high temperature up to 1400 to 1600 Fahrenheit, so that roughly this process will be the NOx will be reduced. So measuring NOx, the traditional way of finding NOx is to a sample of gases existing in the smoke in the stack and measure the level of NO. Mostly people are measuring NO. So you get a schematic diagram given for reference here. So then not only for NOx, we also have another component called SO2. This also creates a lot of problems to the atmosphere. So SO2, not only SO2, we have SO3 and H2S also, the acidic formation is happening, which gets corroded over a period of time. So we have different processes to stop sulfur dioxide. We have desulfurization plant and fuel depressurization and flue gas depressurization systems are now introduced in most of the power plants because we need to reduce the sulfur emissions to save our environment because SO2 emissions creates a lot of problem to the harmful to the environment. So similarly, carbon dioxide that is called that's the main CO2 which getting heated up. Our earth is getting heated up. So carbon dioxide CO2 emissions has to be reduced. So CO2 is always a byproduct in the combustion. The level of carbon dioxide released is dependent upon the type of fuel used and the combustion process. So if you see this small graph, you can see for production of electricity, we are having 40% CO2 reduction. And from the buildings and industry, this is 25%, and from transport expenses, 34%. And other 1% is miscellaneous. This is some sources. So how to analyze the flue gas? For saving of fuel, you need to analyze the fuel. For doing this, we have different instruments available, which Nevco is selling in the market for a long time. So we have measurement of NO2 and NO both is possible. We have a heated probe and heated sample line, chiller, carbon, even CO also to be measured in this. So we have different types of small portable flue gas analyzer, starting from actually this 458 is number 958, 9206, and we have starts from 958, 258. These are small things. So you can see here there is a sample probe. We have a built-in pump here, takes this. And this is another model 958, which is currently in the market, which are having a rotary switch, having a water tap and particle filter. So this is something new they have made. Then called 988, which is having not only for SO2, CO, CO2, we also have SO2, NO, NO2, hydrocarbon. Always you can measure this. And with the hydrogen compensated CO sensor in 988 model. And these are all the specifications. You can have temperature, you can measure carbon monoxide, you can measure carbon dioxide, you can measure nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, total hydrocarbon. Total 9 sensors you can put in this, and you can also measure pressure, CO-CO2 ratio, efficiency of combustion, excess air, everything you can find out here. The best model what we have is in 9206. 9206 is the flue gas, which is semi-continuous measurement also possible. This is the handset. You can get complete printout, and this is the combustion and emission monitoring system, which most of the cases people are using in mostly power plants use this model because it has a heavy duty pump. It can shock from any negative pressure and has got 3 different filtration systems. So this additional options you can have extra heated sample line, extra length of the probe. The probe length can be, this shaft can be small, can be half meter, can be 1 meter, can be 1.5 meter. We can have a customs made up to 2 meters, 2.5 meters also for device. Recently we supplied to some power plant in Karnataka. They want the sampling probe was for 2.5 meter, but it is difficult to carry, but because the chimney length is very big, diameter is 6 to 7 meters. So they want to have minimum 2.5 meters. So this is a flue gas analyzer, which is very versatile and has got built-in printing system here, and has got a, you can see here in the picture, there is a small filtration system here and another 2 filters in the top, and then it measures most of the gases. The features 9206 features include oxygen CO measurement and temperature measurement, calculate CO2 efficiency XSR, then remote handset with logging facility, built-in printer with auto print and log facility, then logged cycle, and can be upgraded for emission monitoring system. 9206 options, we have NO, NO2, SO2 electrochemical sensors, CO high range electrochemical sensors, and these are all CO2 also directly measured with infrared sensor. We can have differential pressure sensor. Then the range of probes include high and low. As I say, auto parts also is available in this, and auto drain water features. And we have the software which can download the data to the PC. And we have another model, as I say earlier. This is 958 model. Currently, it's a low cost model, and it is also having, you can download the data to the printer anywhere. And this includes NO sensor, pressure sensor, and a range of different high temperature probes are also available. And we also have a software where you can download the data and make it. Looks like this 958 combustion analyzer. This is mostly very widely used because of the low cost model. And then goes to the pressure. We have a Kane, UK make different types of pressure meters. You can measure positive pressure and differential pressure with a pitot tube. Then we have temperature thermometers, like digital measurement at temperature thermometers. Then we also have single K-type, J-type, single input thermometers, more capabilities for better diagnostics. This is from X-Tech. And another, this is called dual input. There are two inputs, one for temperature K-type or one for J-type, whatever the thermocouple you use. You can have, we have two channel as well as we have 4 channel. Then we also have 3 channel. Then we also have 12 channel. So you have single channel, dual channel, 3 channel, 4 channel, 12 channel with data logging. With a SD card, you can download the data also afterwards. You can have varieties of thermocouples used for different applications. You can also, suppose for you, somebody wants to measure at different places, what is the temperature coming. You can connect 4-5 different probes, temperature probes, and you can collect the exact temperature inside any combustion zone or anything, right? So these are all contact type. So this is the display of this with a K-type thermocouple. You can measure minus 52, 1300 degrees centigrade, and we can use with a K-type thermocouple probe. Then we have portable non-contact infrared pyrometers. This is actually a skin temperature measurement, IR thermometer. Starting from minus 20 degree, you can go up to 2500 degree. So there are different models that are available. You can choose based on your application. So you can have, this is, you can see around 332 degree maximum. Here 350 degree, the next model. This is IR 400 and IR 600. Then we have another temperature thermocouple model up to 650 degree. This is up to 650 degree. And this is also 650. All 3 are 650. But here the distance to spot ratio is 12:1, 12:1, and 12:1. And next goes to high temperature. You can up to 1000 degree. Then we have 1200 degree. Then another one is again 1200 degree. But here the distance to spot ratio, if your target is a measurement target of 1 feet to 1 feet, you can measure from the 50 feet distance accurately. So the distance to spot ratio is 50:1. It may shows you can very accurately measure if you are from a distance. But moreover, this can only show you the skin temperature, the outside temperature. Okay, without touching it from a distance, you can just spot the temperature got and you can measure it. But we have another model called thermography. That is the benefits of thermography in predictive maintenance, so that you can able to say here whatever the earlier we have seen, these are all skin temperature measurement. But I am now showing you is a thermal measuring camera where you can measure the thermal images of the product. So what we will discuss is very basic about the flare, the history behind infrared technology and applications, a broad view, and how it is benefits and suitable cameras to be chosen for different applications. Then we have a IRA window, and we also have advanced features analysis. So there are several models in the market today. So you can starting from starting test and measurement, you can have different units for different applications, like very early detection for a multiple problems, a camera for every applications you have today. These cameras are very useful for even at the India-Pakistan border. There are a lot of cameras have been fed because best in Kashmir that path and Punjab path, a lot of these cameras are being installed where you can able to infrared cameras. So in military applications also you have. So just I want to say about some different models. This is a bit history about how the infrared radiation generally started by Sir Frederick Williams Hertwig in 1800, in the year 1800. He passed light through a prism and measured the temperature of the different colors of the light. He noticed that the greatest temperature rise was beyond the visible range. So this is a camera operating principle. If you see a cup of a tea, you can see from the camera version, it is invisible infrared radiation into a visible image. So you can see in this camera, you can able to find as a visible image what is the temperature, where is the temperature, which zone is having what temperature, you can see. So this is for fire prevention application in any building or any uh, panel where you can able to incoming panel or bus, different bus bars where you can able to do that. So this thermography has got a vast application, starting from fire prevention, starting from predictive maintenance. We have, like I say, aerospace, automobile, biological, building, ceramic glass industry, chemistry, construction of building, consumer, commercial applications, electrical, electronic application, environmental, geological, meteorological, medical. So petroleum and petrochemical industries, paper, textiles, quality assurance, research development, surveillance and security. Today, most of the camera demand is in surveillance and security for military applications. Main turbine troubling components in the electrical network. Mostly electrical networks is the main requires for the PM application, the predictive maintenance application and the failure analysis. So this is benefits is reduction of cost of production to identify the problem in early stage and the equipment so that necessary downtime can be scheduled. Minimize the product possibility of unexpected failures and the cost of production. Because if you say before every day, if you check the circuit breakers is getting to corrode, getting heated up, and sometimes it is fuse will be gone. So before that, you have to always do the predictive maintenance so that you can avoid such downtime, and you can reduce the cost of maintenance. The equipment is only prepared when it's needed, and routine disassembly can be done, and reduction of maintenance cost, resources, labor, equipment, and parts, and secondary damage. By identifying the potential failures in advance, the severity of the failure can be substantially diminished by reducing the preventive secondary damage. So this is a clear example of switchboards. If you just see through thermal imaging camera, you can see different angles. What is the exact temperature zone, hotspot? Accordingly, you can choose and replace that weak part with a new part, and save in a gas transmission line, in a power grid line. You can see the how the temperature can be monitored through a thermal imaging camera, and the preventive maintenance can be taken by changing the parts which is going to blown off or this one. This is for the motor application in any plant. Any application, this works very good. In the motor, generally day to day we are using. So motor is getting heated up. The shaft and the bearing has to be changed, not to be periodical to be lubricated. And no, if it is not measured properly, then it will have a failure of the motor, and you will have a disaster, and you will have a production loss. So these motor applications, these thermal imaging cameras are very suitable for automotive applications. You also can use this nowadays everywhere. They use this camera in automotive applications. Then in pipes and tubings, they also measure. So this is to help identify the problems, the site very easily. And flare cameras are really very uh, smart and the temperature can be highlighted anywhere, like any red spot can be shown with a picture to picture can be find it out and identify the problems through this feature is quick and easy, and you can fix the problem then and there. So there are different types of detectors available. I mean, based on the pixels, 60 into 60, 100 into 100, like this, up to 600, 640 to 840 is available. So the impact of detector resolution here is a small. There are different pixels. This is 160 to 120, 320 to 240, 640 to 480. So different applications you can use this. This is a flare window where through this window you can able to you can see this. You can open this window. So this is arc resistance protection, broadband crystal lens, compatible with all thermal cameras, not only through this Flare brand, any other brand also can be used through this. Quick access and permanent hinged cover, and it has got also UL certified. So you can see this picture here. So they are through this hole, they are able to see to avoid such problems of burning or a disaster. So fixed panels where door opening is not possible for PM. So there you have to use this doors. This flare doors has been given so that you can in the through the hole you can able to find out the temperature of if any parts is getting heat up, you can see that, and many times hot spots got undetected and hence it may lead to major damage. It is available also, training is available, level 1 training in India, and service support is also available in India. This is about our thermal imaging camera. Then comes to another this one called anemometers for air velocity and flow applications. There are different types of anemometers in the market, like starting from a small PVC vane, you have a metal vane, more accurate, and hardware application for low speed applications they are available. Starting from, but these accuracies all are around 3%. We also have accuracy, more accurate thermometers available, vane and hardware types models available for different applications, for heating HVAC application, or heating, ventilation, air conditioning application, or in industry anywhere, chiller. And we have large vane application, and we also have a low, small vane and hardware application. This is more accurate precision anemometer. This is from Pressure Instruments of USA. This has got a rotating vane, and this is you can see in this bag you have extension tubes available, so that in the extension tubes you can very well measure it to, and this can go up to very high temperature also. You can go up to 80 degree in this, and we also have some probes up to 100 degree. This is another model. You can measure up to 100 degree here. This model, but this is very accurate and it has a very accuracy of 1%. Earlier, whatever you have seen, this accuracy are 3%, but this spacer anemometers are 1% accuracy. And you can see this anemometer application. You can have this one can be extended. It can be 1 meter, can be 2 meter, can be 3 meter, or you can go up to 5 meters also for measurement of this our cooling tower fan speed measurement. There you can use this very well. This extensive anemometers can be used for cooling tower fan measurement. Then comes the air flow, air velocity, and air pressure measurement. We have this versatile and this called pressure meter, or you can say manometer. You used to say. In this manometer, you can have all engineering units can be measured, like psi, millibar, inches per column, millibar, torr, pascal, kilopascal, per column, kg per centimeter. So this is very versatile and widely used in all cement plants, any industry. This application in R&D labs. So we have different types of manometers, as you say. With this, you can measure pressure, differential pressure, air. Then you can calculate with the pitot tubes and air and gas application, high temperature application. So you can see this differential HT 350 is a pitot tube plus anemometer differential. You have a L-type pitot tube, or you can also have a S-type pitot tube. In this pitot tube, it will measure the total pressure minus static pressure. You will get a differential pressure. And once you go to differential pressure, then you can very well measure the flow. These are all different pictures. This is all L type. You can see this is 2 ports. Here also you have 2 ports. This is L type, and these are all S type. S type will have a lot of applications, because for industrial applications, mostly for HVAC application, you use L type. For more industries, you can use, it will have a lot of choking problem if you use L type. Only for the clean gas, you can use HVAC, you can use L. For industry, you always use S type. Okay. And this is Pitot tube, how to traverse in a round duct or in a square duct. In the square duct, the number of measurement, how much you have to take, because you have to take 16 to 64 equal rectangular areas are there. You have to divide and you have to measure it and take an average of that. So with this diagram, you can able to see the traversing in the round and square duct areas, how to take measurement from one end to the other. Then you will get an accurate flow measurement. Then we have all-in-one meter for locks with memory. Then we have tachometer contact and tachometer non-contact ledger tachometers are available. This is for speed check, for rotation shaft or any motor applications. You can very well use these tachometers. And then it comes to vibration meters and coating thickness meters. This vibration meters has got a lot of applications, as I saw earlier, in the motor or any place where this is getting vibrated or anything. You can have velocity, acceleration, and displacement. All three can measure. This is practically measurement of the sensor. You can put it the shock pulse measurement in a motor, and you can very well see how much the vibration at site is happening. Then we have refrigerator leak detectors, combustion gas leak detectors. This is different leak detectors application. Then we have the gas detector application, single and multi. This has got a wide range of use in market today. So because this oxygen measurement and CO measurement, H2S measurement, and it's called explosive gas, anything inside you can measure. This is single gas, this is multi gas. So it can be have a built-in pump, you can have a small tubing before entering to a pit or before going to a maintenance job when you are going to do inside a manhole, or you are going to a some area where it is close. Suppose in a maintenance point of time in a power plant when you are doing the maintenance, when you go inside for preventive any maintenance to be done inside. So pre-entry check, you have to have measurement of oxygen and explosive CO is definitely essential by the safety department. This is a must for measurement. Then we have ultrasonic liquidator. This also has got a lot of use in a power plant. It can really find out whether there is a steam leak or there is a air leak or whatever. There is a by putting a headphone on the top, you can very well pinpoint a leak anywhere in the process. Okay, because it can save a lot of. This is a very good tool for any energy auditor to find out the leakage in the industry and then fix that leak. Then you can have a save energy. Then we have a hydrogen purity analyzer. It can have vast use, lot of use. Then this is up to 100% hydrogen. Then we have a portable tri-gas analyzer for hydrogen for generators and for different R&D applications. This has got a lot of uses in very specifically for high capacity where the power plants where these generators are being purged with hydrogen, pure hydrogen. If the purity of hydrogen comes down, then it will have a problem with the generator. So you have to always ensure that the hydrogen what you are purging for cooling has to be 99%, more than 99% purity. If it is below 99% purity, then it will not have that. It has to be checked every time. To check that, always these tri-gas analyzers are used most of for the power plant application. Then we have airflow measurement and multifunction measurement environmental monitors. It can measure locks, it can measure the fan, it can measure the sound, it can measure. So all-in-one meters. These are all the all-in-one meters is available, which can measure. These are also all-in-one meters. This is for environmental monitoring system. So I'll not go deep into that. Then goes water quality monitors. Then we have pH, dissolved oxygen, conductivity, salinity, TDS, turbidity, TSS, temperature. You have free chlorine measurement, fluoride, and etc. So you have different portable instruments to measure this water quality, which is also a very essential in the audit point of view. So we have not only for that, then we have a portable flow meter, ultrasonic flow meter, to measure the flow of the pipe from outside without cutting the pipe, without doing the any difference. So there is a small video. I don't know whether sound will come here, but this is a principle of measurement. Anyway, I will play from here. Just this is by flexing. So the transit time difference method explores the fast and transmission speed of the ultrasonic sound signal. So the similar to a swimmer swimming against the current. The ultrasonic signal moves slower than the flow direction. You can say for the measurement, two ultrasonic pulses are sent to the medium. One is the flow direction, the other one is the against it. The pulse, the pulse again, you can see the time. This is the flow direction. In the direction of the flow, the pulse will travel fast. The opposite direction, the pulse will be delayed. Depend on the velocity. You can see the timing is almost around 100. This is around 100 to 12. So there is a delta T difference in time. In correction performed, selection algorithm. I'm immediately able to know what is that flow inside from outside. So without hampering the this one, so you can able to use this. This is clamp on ultrasonic thermometer measuring principle video. Of course, there is no sound because I'm unable to control the sound from here. So anyway, this is we have different applications starting from 3 mm pipe. You can go up to 6,500 mm of the pipe, and the velocity from 0.01, which is 2, you can go up to 25 meter per second, and accuracy from 1% to 3%, and measuring principle, ultrasonic differential correlation principle and other Doppler principle. There are several types of principles available. So there will be a broad discussion about the flexing flow meters product overview. We have different types of models. That is series 4, and we have general character here. This is a portable one. It has a fixed outdoor general application, all-round problem solver, and you have IP65, IP67 enclosure also available, and it has got a fixed, you can say, transducer. You can see the box. They have this is the your sensor, which you have to fixed on the pipeline. Then series 6, which is the most versatile model. 6 series are all portable, standard portable meters for all liquid applications. And nowadays it is also has got a probe for gas measurement also. And now they have developed for steam measurement also. This is another model, 6 series, but it has got a ATEX certified for zone 2 application flow meter and class 1 division 2 application. This is for different types of zone application where explosive zone specifically for liquids and gas measurement in different types of industries application. It is for energy measurement, mass flow measurement, and we have a wavelength measurement, wave injector for high temperature measurement. This is for fixed type, Earlier, whatever you have seen is a portable. Now this is a fixed type 500 series online. You have to give the power supply and 24/7 for liquid applications only. So different types of transducers and transmitters are available. This is for 7 series for hazardous zone, standard liquid gas application. This is NEMA 4 application IP65, SIL protection, standard energy and double energy point of view. Then this is series 700. This has different enclosure for standard stationary gas monitor for liquid and gas applications, and it has got a SS housing of stainless steel, SS316. Then this is another series of new generation of fluxus liquid and gas application for safe area and hazardous area zone. So this is another 800 series stationary meters only for liquids, zone 1 applications, class 1, division 1 applications for different liquids. For any chemicals also you can use outside. This is liquid. Then liquids and gases applications, and nowadays also for steam applications. So these are all transmitters and more ATEX approved bigger transmitters. So these are all transducers available, starting from small pipe is shear wave or lamp wave, or for safe zone, for then it has got H type, then it has got K type, then it has got M type, then it has got 1 megahertz M type, 2 megahertz P types, 2 megahertz P type with shear wave and lamp wave, then 4 megahertz Q type. So these are all different transducers, and this is connecting end connections of the transmitters. You have a LEMO connector where you can have a like this you can connector, or you can have a directly SMD connector, or a open cable for zone 1 and zone 2 applications. These are all for fixed transducer applications. Then called ultrasonic level indicator, with the indication of a level indicator in a tank, in a pipe, or anywhere in a any liquid applications, any water applications, storage applications is also applicable for different vast use. This ultrasonic level indicator with display, without display, has got an output of 420, which you can take it to PLC or DCS to a control room to know what is the exact height of the liquid. Then we have currently there is a lot of demand, and because of the recently there is a circular by Ministry of Groundwater Development. It's called Ministry of Jal Shakti. Central Groundwater Authority has told to the industries to install this how much water you are drawing. Suppose we have a lot of industries in the borewell, how much level of water is present, and how to ensure that the industries are taking the water from the, because water is very precious. So you can see this, we have a telemetry system modem, we have a borewell level transmitter, we have electromagnetic flow meter, and you also have a software. It goes to the cloud server of nevcodata.com, where this industries has to say that they are they are taking the consent to operate. They are supposed to take this much water from the ground, because this is more applicable to Chennai, because in Chennai a lot of industries has grown up. But if you say industries are taking more water from the ground, then if they suck more water from the ground, then what about the nearby areas, residential areas? They don't have any water. So ground, the water is now generally in depending on the area, of course. I remember some 20 years, 25 years back, we have used to take bath with a bore well. Now there is no bore well. Sorry, there is no well, general well. Nowadays everywhere we are putting bore well, and it has to go to 500 feet, 300 feet, for even in some places we have to go for 1000 feet to fetch water, because day by day the water level from the ground is depleting. So if industries take more water, then what will happen? Then there will be, so that should be a That's why this circular, if you see, this circular I want to read again. There's a Central Groundwater Authority. So they have given direction notice in 26th October last year. Sorry, 24th September 20 notification and 26th October 2020. Public notice issued by Minister of Jal Shakti to all the industries. They have to ensure they are taking the exact amount of water they are supposed to take from the ground. That's why these are all very high demand currently for all industries to install the groundwater level monitoring system, that is called. Okay, and they have to report this data real time basis to the authorities. Anyway, this is some part of things. Then it goes to the audit point of view. You have to have a compressed airflow. I think there are several speakers earlier talked about this. I think yesterday also somebody from LG has spoken about this, but still I want to also highlight that there is a compressed air, and then the compressed air flow meters also can be monitored. So we have a model called VP FlowMet inline model. We have a portable model where you can measure the 3-in-1 device. It can measure the flow, pressure, temperature with a built-in data logger, and it can also audit. It can able to see the exact air, compressed air delivery. It is delivering to the particular machine or to a lot of applications it has got, because compressed air is money. A lot of money we are spending on compressed air. So these are all instruments available for them to measure the pressure, flow, and accordingly you can decide exactly where the pressure is dropping, where is the pressure, where there is a leak somewhere. So you can able to fine tune that leak, or you can arrest the leak to save the energy or whatever. These are all the instruments called compressed air flow. So in compressed air flow, there are a lot of models available. I can just brief it. There is a vortex type of orifice type, or turbine type, or clamp on ultrasonic type also is available. So you can choose any one of the types depending on your money, depending on your how much application wise you have to choose actually which principle will be suitable for that. Then comes power and clamp analyzer. This is a multifunction analyzer for measurement of clamp on meters to have a CPCP, memory, and we have a 3-phase power harmonics analyzer where you can measure the complete of how much power you are generated, and what is that including the energy, peak demand, frequency, harmonics, and a lot of attachments are there with this. Has got a power quality recorder with different types of CTPT is available. Not go beyond that because it's very small. It's easier to say teach about various instruments, but difficult to implement. So implementation will take back. You need to observe, discuss, inspect, and at last you have to implement. So we have different type of instruments today for energy audit. Starting from I think past 45 minutes to 1 hour, I'm talking about different types of flue gas analyzer, temperature indicator, digital manometers, ultrasonic flow meters, tachometers, vibration meters, anemometers, ultrasonic liquidators, pitot tubes, S or L, thermal imaging camera, humidity dew point meters. These are all required for energy audit. Then power analyzers, clamp on meters, power harmonics analyzers, sound level meters, portable infrared thermometers, LOX meters, exhaust gas smoke meters. These are all I talked about to complete about the your different type of instruments for energy audit point of view at the spot, on the spot. But there are several other parameters which to be measured like online or offline. So because today's industry, specifically for power plant or any other industry, it needs to have continuously measure how much they are polluting to the atmosphere. Means if in the process they have a chimney, for example, in a power plant, whether it is a coal fired, whether it is a natural gas fired or any other fired, they have to monitor the emissions. This is by law by today. So there are different types of monitoring systems available, starting by electrochemical, NDIR, chemiluminescent, UV fluorescent, paramagnetic dilution, UV fluorescent, these are DOAs. We are giving the principle of measurement DOAs. So these are all the things which you have to measure for oxygen, CO2, CO, NO, NO2, NOx, SO2. As I earlier, these are all portable earlier I told. Now this is online and continuous. So for continuous measurement, we have actually a principle called tie-up with a company. They are measuring this online emission monitoring. You can see this. You have to fix one side of the meter. This is emitter and this is receiver. So when the light passes through this, then it absorbs the wavelength of each gas. Like this is a very unique measurement technology, which none of in the world is giving. This is only Nevco and Optis. They are last 20 years we are marketing this in India. We have a lot of installation with this principle of measurement. And here there is no sampling point. There is no sampling, gas will not come out. Through light we are measuring. So this is the unique measurement technology called differential optical absorption spectroscopy. In this, what happened? We are simply sending a beam of light from one end of the stack to the other end. When the light passes through flue gas, this you can see a cross-sectional view here. In this yellow color, you can see this. When the light passes through from one end to the other, then it will pass through all the flue gas particles. When the light passes, then the light will absorb. You can see here the graph-like structure. So this is nothing but a wavelength absorption. For SO2, you have got a different absorption. For NO, you will have a different absorption. For NO2, you will have a different absorption or wavelength. So, my fingerprint will not match with your fingerprint. Similarly, when the light passes through flue gas, it will absorb the wavelengths of that particular gas. And if I asked this spectrometer to measure how much SO2 or NO or NO2 is been, or CO has been to be measured, so it can accurately measure the exact SO2 molecules in the flue gas. So this is called differential optical absorption spectroscopy. Simply in a simplified tone, if I want to say that with analyzing the light, refracted light which is passing through the flue gas can be, on real-time basis, you will be able to measure the concentration of flue gas very accurately. If you see this, another view, this is called in situ cross-stack type. Means you have the chimney. In the chimney, you have the emitter. This is the physical view of the emitter, which I put it here in a small box. But practically, it looks like this. This has got a 1.5 inch to 2 inch hole. You just send the light through the flue gas, and this is the receiver. So receiver is nothing but just a mirror. And when the light passes, when the light, from the emitter, light goes, the switch on the lamp, and then inside there is a lamp, and inside this there is a mirror. So that's why these two are very to be fixed 180 degree each other. And from them you will have a optic fiber cable comes. This optic fiber cable will carry the light to the spectrometer. This is the actual figure of the spectrometer, and it has got a built-in computer, and you have a you can have a keyboard and connected to this directly, and you will get the measurement. This is another view. You can say the differential optical absorption spectroscopy. So here you are measuring again through optic fiber cable. We have two analyzers. One is your UV, one is your IR. Same light can be differentiated to two different instruments. So here SO2 NOx will be measured in the UV, and CO, CO2, all these particles can be measured in the IR. So this has got TUV certified, and it has got USEPA. It has also got multi-path capability, multi-stack capability. If you have 2-3 chimneys nearby, you can think of one analyzer. It can definitely measure it through light. It's a small video actually. I don't know, that is because still there is no sound, but you can just have a look because I can able to see the video, but the sound, but you may not be. This is Office subject. This is video on continuous emission monitoring in waste. Then in Europe, most of the coal had power plants is not are there saying the municipality waste whatever they are getting. So they are burning the municipality waste and burning and getting electricity. Because there is no coal much in it. They mostly use the city waste. They are utilizing for local heating or lighting purpose. You can see these are waste, city waste, whatever we are wasting in Velacheri dumping yard. They are taking this municipality waste and burning in a power plant. And this is the main. So the difference is we are using coal, they are using municipality waste. This is the waste which has collected from the my truck. This has been fired in the boiler. The steam. Steam products is used for energy consumption. This is for the power plant. Because this is they are burning the municipal waste. They have to have a flue gas cleaning system, and it has very. This is from office. They have a they have a regulation in Germany or in Europe. Get monitored and reported. This has to be monitored and reported. So if you see all plants December 2002, uh, existing plants they are made 2000, but till in India it is not. This is a waste incinerator power plant. Means they're waste, they're burning the city waste and they're getting. These are all the gases: HCl, HF, particles, CO3. So these are all the things they have to monitor in the in-situ monitoring system, where there is no sample line, no gas. Here they can see the emitter and this is the receiver. Receiver analyzer. This evaluates the beam of light. The light comes in a microsecond to the and you have the software where you can very well 24 into 7 and you can plant operator can see this is the analyzer. You can see the measuring point where this is oxygen and temperature measurement in the combustion chamber. This is CO monitoring before the dust filter. You have to know if you don't monitor then prevent fire. This is the treatment procedure for NOx, DNOx and DSOx cover. You also can have oxygen, temperature, pressure, and lot of. This is a picture from Germany that they use municipality waste as a power plant. because they are not wasting the energy. Whatever we are wasting, yeah, they're simply dumping, but they are burning that and getting. My whole purpose is to show the video that there should be an awareness in our country to have this waste to energy. Whatever the waste you are burning, and this can be utilized for our plant, our production. We can have more waste as energy. So because we are depending on coal, depending on, of course, solar is the best choice. But we are mostly getting this power plant with waste, uh, but difficult to say. It's, because the cost of production will be more. Because here, setting up a waste incineration power plant is a lot of regulatory issues. Lot of in I think in Delhi they have trying to establish the waste incineration power plant, not yet. So because of this stringent rules and regulations of the emission, ways better. In opposite, the main goal in Sweden, they have their own production facility, minimum cost and maintenance. 35 days. In India, last 20 years, we have started by two shots in CPA. Before. Also, service support, everything is provided by Nevco. It's very easy to maintain. And, yeah, this is short manufacture it. Have hundreds of systems in India, more than 500 systems. Different, this is a small video. Then goes to the next slide. This is a triborotic dust monitoring system by Central Finland. So this is not only measures the gas, now it is a dust. So in the dust, how it is then measured? When the particles impact the sensor or probe or pass nearby, they transfer their charge in the metal probe. And this charge is measured and amplified and converted into milliamp signal. So you can see in the small animation video, so the milliamp signal output correlates to the mass flow of the solid particles. Means when there are the dust particles in the inside the things, it when it hits the probe or pass nearby, it will have a charge transfer to the. So we also have a opacity meter. Opacity is nothing but a light pass principle. Through pass of light, you can able to measure the uh, exactly the dust concentration, how much is emission in the chimney can be monitored with this, and you can have the particulate matter monitor, how much is the milligram per meter cube it is going outside the chimney. Then comes the meteorological equipment. We have different types of meteorological equipment. This is also is required for different uh, automatic weather monitoring station application. So this is meteorological station, standalone type or the portable weather monitoring station. Then it has got air temperature, air velocity, wind speed, wind direction. Uh, then we have pressure, evaporation, soil temperature, soil water content, visibility, snow level. Lot of application sensors are there. Then solar radiation, solar irradiance, lot of sunshine duration, rain presence, wetness, atmospheric pressure. These are all the different sensors. Turnkey solutions. We have indoor monitoring. We also have a third-party integration sensors available. And indoor monitoring, of course, not important another point of, but it is important only they have a green building certification. This is very useful for portable standalone monitoring. These are being used for different authorities in India. In Chennai, also IIT Madras is also using the same for building technology and construction management department, and portable monitoring systems also is available. So these are all some small surface temperature, immersion temperature, radiant temperature. This is required for certifying the. Not only that, then indoor monitoring for light, heat, CO, because nowadays the buildings or the suppose a construction going on, before that we need to certify that how efficient that building is, and they have to measure all this in the parking area, or if the exhaust CO is more, automatically the fan starts, and then it has got you can floss the more CO depending on the CO measurement. So there is a smart video now. I don't think that is a much because this is for water application, but water since there is no video, I mean it's not sound is not there. That's again issue. This is on water. Maybe I can just. Because water is very precious. Demand as water increases 5 times by day. The water is really close like uh, we are taking the exact same water. Suppose the clean the water with parts liquid. So water treatment is mean nowadays. Recycle the water. Once you floss, then 6 liters of water is when you use in the bathroom. So many health wasted. It's a you do the plastic takes 7 liters. 37% water and back. People are moving to the cities. The water is depleting. Mostly, finest example is Chennai. A lot of 50% is invested, million invested in. So in future, there will be water world is future water demand is the highest, and we have a tie up with a company called Salem. So Salem is moving towards sustainability of water. So you need to have a clean water, and let's solve the water. So let's make this infinite. Because this is to conserve this precious resource. That monitor, treat, analyze, and reuse the water. This is the main video of the is anyway. I'll go to the next. By introducing cost-effective ATP plant, you can reuse, recycle, and waste waters can be, can be reused, and it will not go directly to the sea. And if you go without treating, then it will pollute the water bodies and rivers, canals, lakes, and thus it will be a great relief to the urban planning department when you have additional water for creating various needs. For example, when I last time told this a TTRO plant introduced by Chennai Metro, the secondary treating the waters and they are pumping to different nearby industries to cater their demand. So actually, uh, in future, in most of the cities in abroad or in Europe or in Gulf, they are using a lot of this desalination plants. So I just put some seawater desalination units, which is very, but cost of production definitely more. But when there is no resources, so we have to use. There is no much groundwater available in maybe another downtime, 20, 30 years. We have to only depend on the seawater because there must be a chance that your groundwater and the pollution and the population will be increased and the groundwater. You can see by 2050 our population will cross 160 crores, and in the facts we have to and this need to be kept in our mind and solve the water crisis. For water crisis solving, we need to. That's why there is a guidelines set up by our pollution control board, central pollution control board. They have and Tamil Nadu pollution control board. They have to install and monitor the effluent monitoring systems at the outlet of the sewage treatment plants or effluent treatment plants. This is a must. Since 2000, they have made it very mandatory, but slowly every state is getting their own policies. Since there was an election in Tamil Nadu, they have not started. Now they are started implementing in Tamil Nadu. So there is a guidelines by CPCB to have a waste online continuous effluent monitoring system for the sewage. So whatever the city sewage is going straight away to the sea, we have to treat it and send it without making a treatment. I think a couple of weeks back there was a headlines in the Times of India and all the papers in Tamil Nadu. There is a the sewage is directly pumped to the Adyar River. So without treating their pumping to the things, that is a nuisance, and that's why Central Pollution Control Board and Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board given strict guidelines. They have made this is come in 2018, but after 4 years also in the ground, that is the reality is that we are not having any monitoring or we're not having any treatment, and we are letting it as it is to our Adyar River and ultimately going to the sea. So we are Nevco is having a tie-up with a company called WTW, and they are the pioneer of wastewater monitoring and its control. So we can have a measurement of pH, we can measurement DO, ORP, no, COD, BOD, ammonia, TDS, turbidity, flow, level, all these type of different instruments are available where you can directly monitor the uh, after treatment whatever you are letting out. So we also have a wastewater canals, pumping stations where you can have a level. You can, as I say, groundwater monitoring systems, as I already saw in this earlier discussion. So we have different systems, system 2020 and system 284. In system 2020, you can have 20 sensors connected to the system. In 284, you can have maximum 4 sensors connected to this, and you will have a common display. Here you have a common display for 20 sensors, you have a 4-in-1 common display. These are all the different sensors available. As I say earlier, these sensors are pH, ORP, conductivity, turbidity, TSS, dissolved oxygen, ammonia, nitrate, then optical sensors like COD, BOD. Because nowadays the COD, BOD is, as I shown earlier, the directions of CPCB, just I'm going back, the Central Pollution Control Board guidelines, whatever the pictures you are seeing here, this picture is nothing but our instruments picture. whatever we have selling today, this is the guidelines to the main page. You will find out this is our. So you can have a single point measurement or in a sensor network, like you can measure the inlet, you can measure the addition tank, you can measure the sedimentation tank, you can measure the effluent. After treatment, whatever is letting out, actually the rule says, as per the guidelines, every plant, whether it is a power plant, whether it is a steel plant, whether it is a pharma plant, any production houses, they have a sewage treatment plant or a effluent treatment plant. So whatever the taking the water from the ground, it has to be processed. It has to be again to be recycled, and and then it will be fed again to their own production, or they can put it in the garden for doing the greenery point of view, or whatever the way they want to reuse it, recycle it. Always the slogan is you need to always reuse the water. That is the main motto. And unless otherwise we treat the water properly. Without treatment, if you just let it out, like you, for example, we have a lot of tanneries in Ambur, in your Vellore and Ranipet, Waladabad. So many this tannery plants are available, and the tannery units also using a lot of heavy chemicals, which is difficult to treat. And that's why they are having a common effluent treatment plant to treat this our sewage, whatever they are generating. These chemicals has to be treated in the sewage plant, and then it has to be sent back. So this is a overview of a sewage treatment plant as the standard. So in different points, you can see at different point of this, you can have to have a measurement point. You can measure in the inlet, you can measure in the process of sedimentation tank, or post addition tank, like DO has to be measured, and so there are a lot of sensors to be monitored at different places. So we have a automatic sensor recognition, and like I say, we have a series of uh, this your displays, and these are all IP66 outdoor mounting purpose. You can have a plug and play multi-parameter controller 2020, and it has very easy to operate, and it has got a graphical display. It has got a data backup, which status LED. There is LED. It can show the status will be green, means it will be always okay. If it is red, then it has got an issue. Then it has got silicon buttons, no touch screen, easy to operate in difficult environment. Like when it is raining, it can be very well operated, because this is not having any problem of IP66. Then it has no problem, flash proof, you can say. Then it has features like USB port is available. Then system and software can update very fast and easy, saving the configuration data in a memory stick. And you can have a logbook of record data and read the data up to some more number of days, depending on your interval, whatever you are going to choose. Then you should know the password. It has got a password protected. You can if you enter the USB memory stick, it will ask you the password. Once you know the password, then the administrator can only do everything. Maintenance guy only maintain everything. Viewer only can view everything. They cannot do anything. If unless otherwise you know the password. So this is password protected. Then this sensors is a remote connection. You can sitting in your office. You can control it via modem. You have a USB modem. You have a LAN. You can have a nowadays most of the effluent treatment how plants has got a you put in the modem and put a SIM card there. The SIM card through this telephone network, you can very well get the data sitting in your control room. Like I say, you have a GSM modem in the site. You can have this remote control has GSM modem. Once this the parameters has the cross the threshold limit. For example, I may say pH has to be maintained between 6.5 to 8.5. If it is go below 6.5, you will get SMS, you will get alarm, you got an email automatically. When it crosses 8.5 also, the plant power plant main environment guy or the main manager will get a SMS that your data is crossed at night 2 o'clock or morning 4 o'clock, your parameters has gone beyond the prescribed limit. So that is why this is 24 into 7 self-guided monitoring system with a software, with an alarm also. With the moment it crosses the parameter, you will get a SMS or alert message in your mobile or to your email. So because today this software has been developed by Nevco, and we also have got IP address. This particular display boards, whatever your this 2020 has got an IP address. So if you give a power supply or give an internet connection to this, then you can very well see from the computer through the internet what is the reading in your computer. So you can, this screen can be seen directly in the computer if you know the IP address. This also is possible through this. Then it measures the pH ORP, and it has got a seawater resistance versions available, and it is got very strong and steady. This is you can have this expected life of the pH electrode is more than 2 years, 3 years, depends on the water quality. So this is measurement of pH. Then we have a measurement of BOD, COD, TSS, and TOC. This is called the main probe, which is got built-in spectrophotometer in this. You can see this. This is can be chain hung directly. You can have a hanging position have been done, and you can put in the effluent directly. And it has got a small here one for shockproof. They are provided both. If it falls down, it will take care about the, it will not damage, or it is also another shockproof protection system has been given here. If it falls down side also, it will save the electronics to damage not happen. So this is advanced optic design, optical measurement, high accurate, high repeatability, high long-term stability, automatic drift compensation, no regular zeroing or calibration is required, waterproof maintenance, maintain the UV visible spectrophotometer, starting from 200 to 720 nanometers. As I say, this is the measurement window. This window will dip in the water. Then you can able to find out how much is your COD, how much is the BOD, how much is the TOC, how much is the TSS. So everything you can say. So you can analyze the models and stored in the instrument. Algorithms based on correlations with a reference measurement. It has got a reference measurement, and you can calculate how much is exactly. You can see the measurements from lab readings versus your analyzer readings. You can have a comparison. UV visible sensors to a lab measurement and as a analyzer measurement. Then this has got a maintenance-free ultrasonic cleaning. Manual cleaning reduce the minimum integrated, but here integrated ultrasonic cleaning is available. You can say continuous mode. So no chemicals, no wear or no spare parts, wipers not required. Very smooth, hard sapphire glass window this is. And here there is a small video you have. Application for the extreme fouling condition, you can give additional air pressure cleaning also, air jet cleaning also is possible. So you can give a integrated air jet, but the ultrasonic cleaning system will take care about any issue of you see this is a permanent ultrasonic cleaning. I just play the video, but you cannot see the sound. If there is a, you can see the video. If the cleaning system is switched on, and the fouling on the sensor is removed, automatically removed. This is the cleaning system effect. After 1 minute, all the that everything is gone. This is a built-in. Within 2 to 3 minutes, all the ducts and all the algae materials will be cleaned out automatically. So this is the system which we have. Sorry. So if you see, without cleaning, within 30 days, this will have this algae formation. So as I showed in the video earlier, this is with cleaning system. So you don't have much problem of manual cleaning or any manpower goes there and do this cleaning. This is auto cleaning. So a clean sensor ensures accurate measurement and maintenance-free sensors lowers the ownership of operational cost. That's why this is a unique system in the world with having built-in ultrasonic cleaning. Today, none of the suppliers except this our WTW has got this ultrasonic cleaning. So we have lots of sensors running to the market today, and our technicians has got 10 to 15 minutes job. When you go to the site, there's the wastewater, clean it, do the window cleaning with a distilled water, then purge it, with clean it, and there is a special peppers required to clean the surface, and you can very well. And this particular one is a titanium MOC. If you see this is going to be in any wastewater, whether it's a power plant, whether it's a municipal sewage water. So there are a lot of chemicals in a chemical plant or in a a combined sewage treatment plant. This particular probe, whatever you are measuring the BOD COD, is made up of titanium. So it will never have what a corrosion in the lifetime, which is, you can see here, we have, this is your sensor surface will be always clean. And this measurement here, there is a xenon lamp. The lamp will pass through this liquid, and it absorbs the wavelength of the liquid, and it correlates the BOD, COD, TSS, everything. So extreme corrosion resistance and robot suitable for a harsh application. In any application you can use this. And moreover, we also have a air cleaning facility. We have a compressed air box. If it's additionally required, you can also provide depending on the applications. For example, in a paper plant, there are a lot of sticky particles which comes and sit on the measurement window. So that time we also provide a valve with a air jet cleaning system, right? Then this particular model which we are offering, you has got a integrated lightning protection and EMC protection is integrated. So any electromagnetic, any high voltage comes because of the lightning, it will never fail. That's why I'm saying. So these sensors, if you see, except that is example, however voltage in in Germany in 2009, it spoiled a lot of sensors. All the switchboards has been burnt, whereas this system is running because up to 4,000 volts they have a Zener diodes already provided in the board itself, built-in electromagnetic protection, and lightning protection devices module is built in here. Then UV light and dust resistance and integrated lightning protection up to 4,000 volts it can protect, and water resistance IP66, and your shockproof resistance made it versatile, and this display has another IP60. The probes are IP68. So the advantage of WTW sensors is full spectrum information to save precise, reliable measurement, new optics, new measurement procedure, and for highest stability and measurement accuracy, integrated ultrasonic cleaning, and it has got for minimum maintenance and services for cost, no consumables, no harmful chemicals required, no, for save of environmental friendly and handling operation, high-tech materials like titanium and PK, and very for every application, and you can have starting from any sewage treatment plant, a small one, a big one, or anywhere you can. Now this is certified by TUV Germany. This is TUV German product, and then moreover in this, why I'm showing to dissolved oxygen, because dissolved oxygen, if you measure in the addition tank, then you can very well save power. With a dissolved oxygen measurement, we have a optical fluorescent dissolved oxygen. This is called next generation optical DO. So with a next generation optical DO, because dissolved oxygen measurement in the water has got a lot of energy saving, because when the treatment process, there is a addition tank where you have to provide a lot of, there is a motors which is stirring the water. When you're stirring the water, the motor 24/7 is runs. But if you measure with a sensor this dissolved oxygen, how much exactly oxygen amount in the water, once it achieves 2 milligram per liter, for example, if it achieves 2 milligram per liter, then the motors can be stopped. The motors can be with a measurement, with a relay, we can, with a VFD, variable frequency drive, we can very well control the motor with this sensor. So this dissolved oxygen sensor, whatever is required, most of the process application, this will be very, very helpful and to save power, because here the motors of the STP plants are running 24 into 7. The DO sensor for many applications, as you say, wastewater treatment plant and in the aeration tank outlet, but in the river, lake, dam, water monitoring, fish, a lot of application, effluent monitoring, coastline, seawater monitoring. So we have lots of application for the dissolved oxygen. So the measuring the dissolved oxygen in a process will help to reduce the power by controlling the motor. Once it achieves some particular oxygen level, this motor, which is running 24 into 7, can be address, can be stopped or can be slowed down. Once this again the reading goes below 2 or beyond 2, the motor again starts. So you can have a save in power in lot of, and the sensor has got a lot of, you can see this small video here. You can see what is the difference between what WTW make, what others make. Just I'm playing this videos, you can very well see, and it's no sound, but you can see here. So this left side, whatever we are seeing, this is our WW, and this side, whatever saving, this is our competitors. The competitors are giving a flat probe, whereas this we are giving a 45-degree angled probe. In the 45-degree angled DO sensor, what will happen? This bubbles, whatever is generated, will not come and sit in the probe, and it will give a wrong reading. These things, when this bubbles comes in the treatment process, this will definitely sit on the probe. But whereas if you go the 45-degree angled, it will not have the issue. That's why I want to show both the pictures, that why this has been so, because of this DO. This you can see here, this is 45-degree angled one. Anywhere you can see this application here. These probes are 45-degree angled. Because of this, you can have the easily maintenance issue can be avoided. Anyway, application of insulation, I just want to show. This is in Neyveli. We have a new Neyveli as well as a TPS1, and a lot of other applications we have. It's easy to install. You can install with a USB, UPS or a stabilizer inside. You can put the treatment process, and easy to install. And the maximum power consumption is I think 20 watts, less than a tube watt consumption. You can see the applications here. You can, if you less, if you have more water, then you can put directly vertical mounting. If you have less water, you can put it in a chain horizontal mounting, and you can put it anywhere. This is pictures from different sites where we have put our system after treatment. Whatever the power plant, this is a power plant where they are in Neyveli, or it is also in Tuticorin. Whatever they are letting out the pond, ash pond discharge. In that discharge, how much is your COD, BOD, TSS, pH, TDS, all this we are measuring, and data also going to the TNCV. So for transmitting the data, we used the Central Pollution Control software, which they have given 18, 17 category highly polluting industries, pulp and paper, distillery, sugar, tannery, power plant, thermal plant. Everywhere they have to, not only the measurement will happen, they also has to report the data 24/7 basis to the nearest pollution control board. If it is Tamil Nadu, you have to send it to Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board. If it's Karnataka, you have to send it to Karnataka Pollution Control Board. So in Kerala, you have to send to Kerala Pollution Control Board. So in Pondicherry, you have to send to Pondicherry State Pollution Control Board. So that depends on where your plant is located. So this measurement of STP outlet has to be 24/7 measured, and the data has to be transmitted to local pollution control. So as I already explained earlier, so we have a lot of advantage with our system, because it has got a unique ultrasonic cleaning, ultrasound cleaning, which none of the suppliers in the world is having except this Xylem and WTW, which they have got peak material of things, shock absorbance, ultrasonic cleaning, sapphire glass scratch resistance, lifespan of xenon lamps and titanium housings, corrosion resistance. And you can see one more, this one is has got a quality assurance from WT. And this is with an example of our competition with another company, which they use SS probe. After some days, this SS probe has become black and it is become fully oxidized and corroded, and your values will be very erratic. Whereas ours will be ultrasonic cleaning knowledge, and we have this surface. So the lens is always free from mud and oil, and because if you have the mud and see, the drift of the measurement is continuously high when accumulated on the sensing lens. So after a few minutes, you will see the like the shares prices change within minutes, the BSc and NSc. Similarly, this one readings will be fouled within no time. Thank you. This is completes my presentation. Hope I have only 5 minutes left for any questions or answer. I'm sorry that I could not able to show you the videos with sound, but anyway, any questions you have, anybody have, you can definitely ask us. I'm ready to answer.
Yes, sir. Nice presentation. Participants, any doubts or any queries related to the instruments of energy audit, you can raise now.
Hello, sir. Is my voice audible, sir?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, I'm audible.
Sir, thanks for a wonderful presentation, sir. Like we got into many instruments in. Sir, like we have two queries. One is, have you been developing any heat flux meters, like to measure the heat flux inside the boiler or those applications?
Inside the boiler.
Yeah,
No,
if I wanted to know the flux, what is the heat flux inside the boiler? So how exactly, like, you have any techniques for measurement inside the boiler?
Actually there is some video cameras are available nowadays. High temperature video cameras are available, which you can measure. You can put inside the combustion zone. These small cameras, minute cameras. It
Okay.
is available. Uh, you can contact me and I can definitely guide you. If it is for what application, can you know the application? Then I can suggest you. This is a
Sir, actually, we
belting.
not only that, but in general, because we are getting many queries on the heat flux measurements, especially with respect to batteries. Say, for example, you have a battery, we wanted to know the loading, the charging and discharging time. We wanted to know the heat flux, how exactly the distribution of heat flux is. We could not measure any temperature inside the battery because we are only with thermal image cameras we can only measure at the surface, but we could not measure at the inside the batteries. So these technical issues are there. We don't know what is to be done actually.
This is something the specific application because we are catering to industries. Whatever the industries demand, I can able to say or guide you where this is. But this is something different application. Anyway, we can. But I feel this is. We don't have much instruments to offer on this.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Actually, there is another point of view I just want to say. We are also, because the time shortage, I wanted to interrupt that. Most of the power plants today is not blending. We are supplied recently to NTPCs, 4 NTPCs, to blending of coals. The power plant's efficiency also is required with the fuel, whatever they're getting, the coals, whatever they're getting. Suppose the coals coming from Mahanadi coal fields, coal coming from central coal fields, getting from southern another coal field is different calorific value, different ash content and moisture content. If you fire only one coal to the boiler, then what will happen? Your efficiency of the boiler or the power plant will be very low. So when they feed the coal they are feeding to the boiler, no, which is the running belt. So in that belt, we are putting a analyzer. So what will happen? It can blend different fuels, like a coal from this much 40% from this this much calorie value, and another 20% from this much calorie value. If you mix the coal, then you will get that is called blending. Coal blending. then you can get a very efficient combustion and not have much slag formation and much. There are a lot of actually topics on power plant. You can say full day for power plant point of view, how you can, where in the power plant you can save, with a fuel blending, lot of say energy can be saved, or the efficiency of the plant can be improved.
Sir, one thing to add, sir. This is Venkata Ramanan, sir. How are you,
Sir,
sir?
Solo, sir.
So, sir. Yeah, the clarification for Mr. Jiva, who was asking for temperatures that is inside batteries. The vent holes would be available. Air vent holes it will be available. Through those things, the thermocouples it can be inserted and appropriate height can be arrived, and then the contact mode it can be done through, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
So any instruments, because since we have vast experience on this industry's demand, so we can definitely discuss one by one any queries, any requirements, whatever we can definitely discuss.
Any other doubts from participants? Yes, sir. I hope there is no doubt from the
Any
participants.
doubt, you can mail us to me, Sekhar@nevcoengineers.com, or you can contact us anytime. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity to make a presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.